అందరికీ నమస్కారములు. నమో నమః. సర్వేభ్యో నమస్కారః. Today is the third day of our classes, and this is the sixth batch of certificate course on Sanatana Dharma. It is being organized and conducted by Veda Samskruti Samiti in association with Vishwa Yoga Vidyapith. We have started this course with introduction to importance of Sanskrit language by Somanchi Tangerala Visalakshi garu. Yesterday it happened, and today we are going to have introduction to Samskrita Vyakaranam. And from next week onwards, every Friday we are going to learn Sanskrit language by A.H.P. Rao garu. Now we will start the session with paying respects to our country by reciting Vande Mataram and then Prarthana. So let us request Chala Chittibabu garu to recite Vande Mataram, please.
Vande Mataram, Vande Mataram, Sujalam Sufalam, Malayajasitalam, Sasyasyaamalam Mataram, Vande Mataram. Subrajyosna pulakitayaminim pullakusumita drumadala shobhinim suhasinim sumadhura bhashinim sukhadam varadam mataram Vande Mataram, Vande Mataram.
Vande Mataram.
Sri Gurubhyo Namaha.
ధన్యవాదములండి. 1 minute. ధన్యవాదములండి చల్లా చిట్టిబాబు గారు. Now let us request Venkat Narayan garu to chant Prarthana, please.
Meditation. Hari Om. Om Gananam Tva Ganapatigum Havamahe Kavim Kavinamupamashravastamam Jeshtarajam Brahmanam Brahmanaspata Ana Shrunvannoti Visidhasadanam Om Shri Mahaganadhipataye Namaha Om Prano Devi Saraswati Vajebhirvajinivati Dhinama Vitriyavatu Om Shri Mahasaraswatyai Namaha Gurureva Gatir Gurumeva Bhaje Gurunaiva Sahasmi Namo Gurave Na Guru Paramam Shishurasmi Guroh Matirasti Gurau Mam Pahi Guru Jnananandamayam Devam Nirmalaspatikakritim Adhara Sarva Vidyanam Hayagrivam Upasmahe Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunarayam Namami Bhagavat Pada Shankaram Loka Shankaram शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमव्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतङ्गमय। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। मातृदेवो भव पितृदेवो भव आचार्यदेवो भव अतिथिदेवो भव। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरिः ओम्।
ధన్యవాదములండి వెంకట నారాయణ గారు. థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్. You have chanted very well. Now let us request Somanch Tangirala Visalakshi garu to start the webinar, please.
ఓం శ్రీ మహాగణాధిపతయే నమః. ఓం శ్రీ పార్వతీ రాజరాజేశ్వరాభ్యాం నమః. ఓం శ్రీ మేధా దక్షిణామూర్తయే నమః. ఓం శ్రీ మహాసరస్వత్యై నమః. ఓం శివాయ గురవే నమః. ఓం నమః శివాయై చ నమః శివాయ. ఓం నమః శివాయ. విద్యా ప్రదాన సమయే శశికోటి శుభ్రాం ఐశ్వర్యదాన సమయే నవవిద్రుమాభాం విద్వేషి వర్గదలనేతు తమాల నీలాం దేవీం త్రిలోక జననీం శరణం ప్రపద్యే. సర్వేభ్యో నమో నమః. సుప్రభాతం. Good morning to all of you. Yesterday in the question answer session, I think somebody asked about the Swara of Bhagavad Gita or Chandas of Bhagavad Gita. I thought they asked about the Swara of Bhagavad Gita as it was for Veda mantras. Actually, Veda mantras got Swara, that I already clarified, I think, yet I got a doubt. Vedas got Udatta, Anudatta, Swarita, Swaras. Such Swaras will not be there for the slokas of Smriti Granthas like Bhagavad Gita or any other Ramayana, Bharata, etc. But all the slokas of Sanskrit language, they got the chandas. Chandas is either matra chandas or any gana chandas. Just as in our Telugu also we use Sanskrit chandas only, ganas. That is Champakamala, Utpalamala, as we say in our Telugu. Shardula Vikridita is there in Sanskritam also. So all the slokas of Bhagavad Gita are mostly in Anushtup chandas, just as in Ramayana. And also in Bhagavad Gita, there are some other chandas also, like Indra Vajra, Upendra Vajra, etc. So many others. But most of the slokas of Bhagavad Gita are in Anushtup chandas. So chandas will certainly be there for all the slokas of all granthas. But Udatta, Anudatta, Swarita, Swaras will be there for Veda mantras. That is the difference. Okay, thank you. Now let us start today's topic. Now, all of you have joined here and come here for knowing something about our Sanatana Dharma, to learn about our Sanatana Dharma and about our Vaidika Vangmaya. So because all this knowledge is there only in Sanskrit language, it is essential for all Bharatiyas to study Samskrita Bhasha. So unless we study Sanskrit and are able to read, write and understand Samskrita Bhasha, we cannot go through our scriptures which are there in Sanskrit. So it is essential to learn Sanskritam. That is why even Sanskrit is put as a part of our Sanatana Dharma course. To get command over the language, especially for Sanskrit language, it is very essential to know the Vyakarana, grammar. Just as the backbone is to human beings, to all of us, grammar is to the language, any language. So actually, what is Bhasha, the language, Bhava Prakatana Shakti. If we want to convey our feelings, we talk, we express through words, sentences, and convey our feelings. Then by talking a few words, which give, that is actually what is a word, what is letter, we already learned yesterday, because each and every letter got spiritual power, mantra shakti in Samskrita Bhasha, and each and every letter got an Adhisthana Devata, a color, etc. is explained in our Upanishads and Shastras. So when a few letters convey one meaning, then that is called as the word. When certain few words, when they convey a full meaning, that is a sentence, which is already learned by all of us when we were small children. Even then, just I am saying, a few sentences make one paragraph. In Sanskritam, we call paragraph as prastara. We say pankti, the lines, sometimes we can use that also, paricheda, prastara, paragraph. A few paragraphs, when they are there in any lesson, we say that is the lesson. That is Sahitya, which is of Gadya Padyatmaka. For Gadya, the poets can write in sentences, but which must possess a certain rules and restrictions. Ojo Shakti should be there. Gadyam Kavinam Nikasham Vadanti, they say. Then for Padya, composing in poems, meter, Chandas is very essential. Words restrictions will be there. That should be either in limited certain letters or in ganas, like that. So when it is written with such restriction, it is called as Padya. Padya or Shloka. These Padyas are again in Kavya. When we come to Kavya Sahitya, Mahakavyas are there, Khanda Kavyas are there. Then Gadya Padyatmaka, Champus are there. So that is about Sahitya and all. Now a letter is called as Aksharam, Varnam, we say. Patanjali Maharshi used the word Varnam. Varna means color, Varna also means letter. So Aksharalu, we say Aksharam is Naksharati iti Aksharam, indestructible, that which cannot be destructed. So the moment we utter any letter or word or sentence or something, that sound comes into, that is travels in the sky through the air. So Shabda Gunakam Akasam. So we listen to those words and those sounds, the Shabdas, through our Sravana Indriya. And then again we convey our feelings. So actually what is a word? Padam we say. In Sanskritam, Padam we can use. In our Telugu also we use the same. Suptingantam Padam we say. That is all the words which are either Subantas or Tingantas are called as Pada words. Now what is Subanta, what is Tiganta, all this would be explained to you in due course of time in your Sanskrit classes through your master. Then just I will tell what they are in the sutra form, just for your understanding. They are always, they all are given in sutra form or sloka form, so that we can remember easily, learn by heart. Sup ante yasya saha subantaha. If the words have sup at the end of the word, then they are called as subantas. They are namavachakas. Again, there are divisions in namavachakas. 4 types are there and all. Then tip, subantas and tingantas. Ting ante yasya saha tingantaha. Ting means nga would be itsagnya dropped and then ti remains. So thus in sup also p is called as itsagnya, only su remains. So Svaujas moches tapyampis, jnepyampis, jnespyampis, Gnesvosam, Gnevos, Sup, we say. Sup has come. Su au us, apyam pis, epyam pis, aspyam pis, asvos evos, sup. These are the prachayas, we can say, the terms which would be added to the basic form, the pratipadika of the nouns, then the words will come. Similarly, to the root, if we add conjugational sign, certain, which would be known to you later on, then we add the prachayas, terminations, then it becomes the verb, kriyapada. Tiptasti, siptastha, midvasmas, the atam cha thasatham, tvamidvahi, mahing. Me vasma si thasta tita santi, like that terminations are there, which you are going to learn later on in due course of time. So such words can be formed by varnas, aksharas. Then they are swaras or vyanjanas. Swara also means sudata, anudata, swarita. Swaras are there. Swara means a vowel, achu as we say. So all the letters are either swaras or vyanjanas. But original vyanjanas, it is very difficult to utter the vyanjanas as it is. K, k, g, g, like that. They all are halanta words. So the Vyakarana Kartas are so kind enough. They permitted us to add a, akara to all the consonants, and then we can utter happily ka, kha, ga, kha, nga, like that. So, swaras and vyanjanas are there in all the words. Now, swara means, ra means agnibijakshara, prakasaka. Swa means one's own, swayam. Swayam rajanta iti swaraha, which shine of their own. Then, vyanjana. Vyanjana is anu ak bhavati, as we say, anvak bhavati vyanjanam. Because these consonants, they follow the vowels. When vowel is added, then that becomes full-fledged consonant. So, swara vyanjana samyogad aksharam bhavati. A letter is formed by adding swara and vyanjana together. Now we can utter the vowels clearly, whereas the original consonants, when added to the verb swaras, they can be easily spelled. So how all these letters, the Varnamala, came into existence in the beginning when the creation was, Paramatma did this creation of the universe, then itself Veda Vijnana is given to us for the benefit of mankind. When Vedas came into existence, then they are in Samskrita Bhasha. Then automatically all the letters also came, of course. But there is a procedure how the letters came. From whom? Ishvara Sarva Vidyanam, we say. So, Ishvara Sarva Vidyanam, Adhipati, we say, Shiva, Paramatma, Parameswara gave us the education, gave us the knowledge, gave us all the letters. So, Patanjali Panini Maharshi, actually, when he was in meditative state, he saw that I'll tell a little later. Then Panini Maharshi said that all these letters are given to us by Parameswara, Nataraja Swami, through his Damarukanada. While doing Ananda Tandava Natya, at the end of the Natya, that Damaruka Nada came, that is Ishvara played Damaruka 14 times. When Sanaka, Sanandana, Sanat Kumara and Sanat Sujata, the 4 Brahmamanasa Putras Maharshis, they were watching that Ananda Tandava Natya of Ishvara. Parameswara played the Damaruka to give the knowledge to the Sanakadi Maharshis and to uplift them, to give them the knowledge. Actually, why we are learning any bhasha? It is for getting liberation, for getting knowledge, for achieving the final aim of our life. So that should be the aim of learning. Steady at the time of Aksharabhyasa also we do the same. Panchakshari Mahamantra would be given in a different mode. So thus Lord Ishvara gave Akshara Jnana to all of us through Sanaka Sanandanadi Maharshis. Nruttavasane Nataraja Rajaha Nanada Thakkam Navapanchavaram Utthartu Kamaha Sanakadi Siddhan Etadvimarse Siva Sutra Jalam. This is the first sloka of Patanjali Mahabhashya. So once Patanjali Maharshi and Vyakrapada Maharshi, they prayed Parameswara to show them the Ananda Tandava Natya in the form of Nataraja Murti. So Ishvara gave a particular date and time and asked them to come to Chidambara. So there they went to that Chidambara at that time. Then Parameswara gave them darshana in the form of Nataraja Murti. Then he played that Ananda Tandava Natya. Then Panini Maharshi, when he was in deep meditative state, he got the darshana of Nataraja Murti while doing Ananda Tandava Natya and playing that Damaruka Nada at the end of the Natya. Then Panini Maharshi noticed that Nataraja Murti played the Damaruka 14 times. Nava Panchavaram. Nava means 9, Pancha means 5 together, 14. So 14 times Ishvara played the Damaruka. Then when Panini Maharshi came to normal state from Samadhi Sthiti, then he recollected those 14 sounds and wrote them, maybe on Talapatras. So he named those sutras as Cheturdasha Maheswara Sutrani, because they are 14 sutras, and also because they are given by Maheswara, Parameswara, he named them after the name of Shiva. So they are Ayivun, Rulruk, Evong, I Ouch, Hayavarat, Lan, Nyamangananam, Chapai, Gadadash, Jabagadadash, Kapa Chetata, Chetatau, Kapai, Seshasar, Hal. In these 14 sutras, all the swaras and vyanjanas, the vowels and consonants, they are arranged in such a wonderful manner that they are very scientifically and most systematically arranged. So, taking these 14 Maheswara Sutras as the base, Panini Maharshi wrote a very big Vyakarana Grantha called as Ashtadhyayi Pathamala or Sutramala. So this Ashtadhyayi, 8 Adhyayas are there. And the whole grammar is given in the form of sutras. Now to that sutra, Panini's Ashtadhyayi Sutra Grantha, Patanjali Maharshi wrote Bhashya, which became very famous as Mahabhashya. Though there are so many other Bhashya Granthas, Trimatacharyas wrote on Vedanta Brahma Sutras and all, yet Patanjali's Vyakarana Bhashya became famous as Mahabhashya. Then Vartikas are written by Katyayana Maharshi. He is also called as Vararuchi, either Vararuchi or Katyayana. He wrote Vartikas to the same Ashtadhyayi Pathamala. So who ever start to study the Samskrita Vyakaranam, or in fact any Vyakaranam of our Indian languages, we always pray, especially while before starting learning the Vyakarana of Sanskritam, we pray our homage and do namaskarams, pranams to Munitraya, Panini, Patanjali, Vararuchi, 3 Maharshis. Yenakshara samamnaya mathigamya maheswarat kritsnam vyakaranam proktam tasmai paninaye namaha. Yena thauta gira pumsam vimalaihi sebdavaripihi tamascha ajnanajam pinnam tasmai paninaye namaha. Vakyakaram Vararuchim, Bhashyakaram Patanjalim, Paninim Sutrakarancha Pranatosmi, Pranamami Puna Punaha, Pranamami Munitrayam. Yogena Chittasya Padena Vacham, Malam Sarirasya cha Vaidyakena, Yopa Karot, Yaha Pa Karotam Pravaram Muninam, Patanjalim Pranjali Rana Tosmi. When any language exists, automatically Vyakarana Granthas also exist. Thus, there were several Vyakarana Granthas even before Panini. But when Panini Maharshi wrote Ashtachayi, then this Ashtachayi Pathamala Grantha, then everyone started to follow that Ashtachayi only, because it is written in a very systematic manner and also very scientifically it is written. So in those 14 Maheshwara Sutras, the last Halvarnas, they are called as It Saugnya. It Saugnya. It Saugnya means that which is to be dropped. That will not stay there. That will not be counted as the letter, but it got purpose. So only the remaining letters are to be counted. And in the first sutra, first 4 sutras, vowels are given. Swaras are given as Ayun, Rulruk, Evong, I, Ouch. So starting from A to Ch, the letters coming in between these 4 sutras are called as Swaras, vowels, Achulu as we say, Ach. Because from A to Cha, it is called as Ach. Then N, K, Ng, then Ch. All these 4, the last swaras of 4 sutras, they are itsognyas. So they are to be dropped. So the vowels are A, I, U, Ru, Ru as we say, Alu we say in Telugu. Ru, then A, O, I, Au. These are the vowels, swaras, 9. Actually, A means short and long. A. They are to be counted like that. Then E means I. U means U. Similarly, Ru also, Aru as we say in Telugu, Ru. That is Alu as we say in Telugu. Even they got the long forms, Dirgha Aksharas. Then A, O, I, Au. In our Telugu, A, I, O, Au we say, but that short ones are not here in Sanskrit. A, I, O, Au. In fact, these 4 letters also, they can be called as Samyuktakshara, though not. Normally, Samyuktakshara means, suppose we say Vyanjana, Va plus Ya. 2 letters are combined. They are called as Samyukta Akshara, Samyukta united. But this A also, A plus E is A. A plus U is O. Then the lengthened form of A is I. The Dirgha form of O is Au. So AI are called as Gunavarnas and IAU are called as Vrithivarnas. So that is a little different. You will be knowing in due course of time. So even they are combination of 2 vowels, we can say. Now, actually, A means A, we said, and similarly all these Ai, Uru, Ulru also. But Vyakarana Kartas, grammarians, they say that each letter, A, I, etc., all these vowels, especially these 4, they are to be pronounced with Udata, Anudata, Swarita, Swaras. But mostly we are not using that process, but it is to be used in Veda mantras. So they gave that division. So A with Udata, Anudata and Swarita, 3 akaras are there. Again, these 3 akaras are to be pronounced with the help of nasal, without touching the nasal. So again, 3 into 3, double. So like that for A, I, U. Then for Ru also, but for Ru, 3 will not be there. For Ru also, Aru also, not all 3. only limited. So somehow more than 100, 110 like that letters are there as vowels in Samskrita Bhasha. So starting from all the letters coming in between the sutra, that is leaving, dropping the itsagnyas, the letters are to be counted. So the letters which come from Hayavarat Sutra, from Hakara of Hayavarat Sutra to the last Sutra, 14th one, Hall, till that Lakara. Starting Ha of Hayavarat, ending with L, the letters coming in between are called as Vyanjanas. So the itsagnyas are to be dropped. You may get the doubt that when these itsagnyas are to be dropped and they are not at all to be counted, then why they are kept? Why to keep them? But without a purpose, no one works anything, no one writes anything. So all these itsagnyas got one purpose. They fulfill that and then get dropped. So what is that purpose? It is preparing pratyahara, pratyaharas. Now what is pratyahara? I will tell you. Panini Maharshi prepared 44 pratyaharas from all these 14 Maheswara sutras. Now we can prepare as we want, as we require, either to get the form of any word, Rupa Siddhi we say, or to get any sutras, either to explain any Vyakaranamshas. So the Lakara of Hal Sutra, Hal is again repeated. Even this you may get the doubt. So that to prepare the pratyaharas, itsagnyas are given. Unless itsagnyas are there, we cannot make pratyaharas out of Maheswara Sutras. Now what is pratyahara? Ayivun is there. So instead of speaking all the letters, we can say an. An is pratyahara. So an means ayivun. Na will be dropped and ayivu would be counted. Similarly, all ak we say from a to k, ayivun ruk. So ayivu ru will be counted. Its agnyas would be dropped. Similarly, ach. Ach means from a to ch. All the letters coming in between these sutras, dropping the itsagnyas, are called as ach swaras. Similarly, hall, starting from ha to hall lakara. Then chhall we say, jas we say, like that. So many pratyaharas are needed to learn Vyakarana. So to prepare these pratyaharas, itsagnyas are given. So they would be dropped, but they got the purpose of preparing pratyaharas. Now hal varnas, starting from the sutra Hayavarat, starting from that hakara till lakara of hal, the last sutra, all the letters coming in between, they are haya vara la ni ma nga na nyamanganam we say. So nyama nga na na. Cha pa kha dha dha, ja ba ga da da, kha pa cha tha tha, cha ta ta, ka pa sa sha sa ha. Ha is repeated. First it started with ha and again ended with ha. Why? Again you may get the doubt. Why 2 times hakara is repeated? Even for that purpose is there. To prepare some pratyaharas, to give certain sutras, explain certain sutras, hakara is necessary, but Hayavara, suppose we take that ha of Hayavara, all the letters have to be counted, but for our purpose, they are not needed. But hakara is to be taken, that is why it is repeated. So second time it has come, so that we can make pratyahara which can include ha without all the unwanted letters for that purpose. So this hakara has come repeated second time. Now let us know about that is Pratyaharas. You have understood, I think. So An is a Pratyahara, then Ak is Pratyahara, then so many other Pratyaharas we can make instead of suppose we want to drop, we do not want to take, but ye we want to take, then ik we can say. So instead of An, in we can say. Like that, from whichever letter we need, we can take and make Pratyahara. So Han, Hayavarat, etc. So like that, all these Pratyaharas are to be 14 Cheturdasa Maheshwara Sutras are to be learned by heart. Definitely you must all learn by heart them. So then only you can understand easily the further grammar. The Sandhis or Samasas or Krudanta, Tathitas and all mostly Sandhi Sutras, if you know, learn by heart Pratyahara, Sandhi becomes very easy. So now 4 Vedas are there, 4 Upavedas are there. I already explained how to use Pratyaharas. You will come to know in due course of time when you are learning grammar, Sandhis and all. So now Siksha, Vyakaranam, Chendo, Niruktam, Jyotisham, Tatha, Kalpascheti, Shadangani, we say. 6 Angas are there to learn Vedas. So unless we study all the Angas, Vedangas, it becomes very difficult for us to learn Vedas. So before teaching the Vedas in the Gurukulas, the Gurus Acharyas, they teach first these Shadangas, then Upavedas and all. Then they start teaching Veda mantras. Then they can understand easily through the help of the knowledge of these Shadangas. Now Siksha, Vyakaranam, Chendo, all these Shadangas, they start with Siksha. Now what is Siksha? Siksha means education. Siksha means instructing. But Siksha Shastra, it is that which teaches us how to pronounce the letters, how to pronounce the swaras, vyanjanas properly, with what sort of accent, with what sort of force, and how to clearly utter all these letters. Siksha Granthas have come. There are so many Siksha Granthas attached to these Vedas, and even Maharshis wrote Siksha Granthas. In Taittiriya Upanishad, actually Siksha Valli is there, where this Siksha, how to utter, pronounce the letters, what are, everything is explained there. Then Brahmananda Valli, then Phruguvalli, etc. So Taittiriya Upanishad Siksha Valli starts with the mantra Om Siksham Vyakyasyamaha Varna Swaraha Matra Balam Sama Santanaha Ityukta Sikshadhyayaha. Now what is Swara? What is Balam? What is Sama? What is Matra? What is Balam? What is Sama? What is Santana, etc. You may or may not learn very elaborately, but if you know at least a little, that would be fine. So while learning Taittiriya Upanishad, definitely you will learn all these in detail there. So while explaining these mantras, we can study them elaborately. Now we must know how all these letters, the aksharas, varnamala, varnas came from our mouth, how they are coming. We are uttering the letters, words, sakitya, shloka, sutras and all. But how they are coming? There are 84 lakhs of living beings on this earth. But we, the human beings, we alone are so fortunate that we are able to talk. We are able to stand, sit, walk, worship, do stotras, utter the letters, read, write. We got this fortune. Now we can utter the words in Bhasha in a very polished manner. So actually, whatever exists in this universe exists in our body also. So the Panchbhutas are there in the universe and they are there in our body. That is why Maharshis, they asked us to do this Pindanda Brahmanda Samanvaya to understand about the tattva of Prakriti and ourselves and about Atman, Brahmajnana also. So, Akasya Vayu Prabhavaha Sharirat Samucharan Vaktram Upaiti Vayuhu Sthanantareshu Pravibhadyamano Varnatvam Agachati Yaha Sa Shabdaha. That is called as a Shabda. Actually, a word can be called as Shabda. Shabda means only sound. Suppose any language which we do not know, maybe Tamil, Kannada, or Malayalam or something, when they are talking, we cannot understand, but we listen to the shabdas, the sound. If we know the languages, then we can understand the meaning. Nama, Nami, we say, Vak and its Artha. So, there is empty space because 5 bhutas, Prithvi, Apa, Tejo, Vayu, Akasha. All these 5 are there in, as gross elements there in the nature, whereas all the 5 exist in our body also. At certain places, the whole body is filled with all these Panchabhutas only. So there is empty space in our body at different forms, especially even in the Mukha Yantra, they say, Vyakarana Kartas. So when we want to talk, that Sankalpa, the desire, Icha Shakti of talking, expressing something that arises, that idea comes in our buddhi as Parashakti. So it reaches Mooladhara. And mostly from that place, it starts to travel upwards, and mostly the sounds would be generated at the navel part, at the middle of our body. The navel part, which is the most Kendra, as we say, Bindusthana. From there only actually the child takes birth and that would be cut. So from there, all the nerves are connected to the whole body. So at that place of our Napi Pradesha navel, slowly the sound of all the letters, the letter or letters that arises. So just as if we put a stone in a cool pond, suppose, the water would be very cool and calm, the water of the lakes or ponds. Suppose we put a small stone, then a small wave comes, and that wave creates another wave, like that. The waves would be reaching till the end of that particular pond or lake. So similarly, the air that arises with the sound of the letters in our body, it hits the vacant place, the sky of our body in the vacant places. Then it travels again upwards. From navel, it starts traveling to upwards and finally enters into our heart, and through it enters into our Swarapetika, larynx, as we say. From Swarapetika, the words, the sounds come out. So we talk. And while coming, that air hits different parts of our mouth. There are so many parts in our Mukha Yantra. So it is also like machine. Our whole body itself is like a great mission created by Paramatma. So that air hits different parts of our mouth. First the Kantha Bhaga. Then Murthanya, we say, the upper part inside. From inside, we have to understand the upper part of our mouth, face. Then the Talu, we say Davadas, we say Kondanaluka, that one which makes us utter all the letters. If that is not functioning properly, we cannot talk. If any throat infection comes, we cannot talk properly. So that air again it hits the davadas, as we say, the cheeks also, talu, it hits. Then it hits the tongue, naluka, as we say, jihva. Then the teeth. Then it hits the lips also. So like that, hitting different place, the letters come differently with different sounds. That is how all the letters came into existence. That is why all these letters are divided and are named according to the place where that air is hitting, where the air hits and comes out. So just as the air when passes through the hole or holes of a bamboo stick, Venunada comes, the sound automatically comes. Whenever the air enters or touches the sky, the vacant place, the sound comes. That is the nature. So thus, just as the Venunada, even the words came out of our mouth. So Atma Buddhya Sametyarthan Manoyunkte Vivakshaya Manaha Kayagni Mahanti Saprerayati Marutam Marutastu Urasi Charan Mandam Janayati Swaram. The meaning of this is what is explained by me now. I already explained the same. That is how the swara comes out of our mouth. Atma, the soul is there, the divine power, divinity exists in us. Aham Brahmasmi, we say. So Atma is there in us. Tva Suparna Saija Sakaya, they say. Jivatma is there, Paramatma is there. That Paramatma is the Preraka. Even that is there in us only. So when that Atma gets united with the Buddhi, the intellect, then all this process takes place that gets united with the mind. Then the mind, it also decides how to express that sound. Then Kayagni Mahanti, Kaya means body, Agni, Jataragni is there in our body. So when that, with the intention of the mind hits, the mind makes the body, the heat of our body hit the air, that is the air hits the fire. Then through that it hits the vacant place. So with the help of Vayu, Agni and Akasha, which exist in our body, with the Sankalpa of Buddhi, with the power of Prerana of Atma, this air would be prompted, instigated to come in the form of words, swaras, the bhasha. So by the prerana of Atma, the chit-shakti we say, chit-shakti, chaitanya. Chaitanya is there in the whole universe, whereas it is there in the form of chetana in all living beings. So through that prerana only, that is with the prerana of Atma, Paramatma, the Chit-Shakti or Chetana, our body with the union of Buddhi, that is intellect, mixes the meanings of the words. Because the word and meaning should come out together. When we utter a word, the meaning would be automatically understood by us. So the meaning and the word would be united by the power, that power, and through the mind, Sankalpa Vikalpatmika Manaha we say, Nischayatmika Buddhi we say. So the mind, that is, it gives prerana to the mind. Then again, the mind desires to tell or express some feeling, speak some words. Then the mind touches the fire, Jataragni, in the body. Then that Jataragni gives prerana to the air, the wind that exists in our body. Then the air starts to travel. It travels upward in the body through the navel, passing all the particular places and through the heart, and generates the sound in a low manner. Mandam janayati swaraha. The low sound comes when it comes to this larynx. Then while coming out through our mouth, then that sound comes in a very clear, loud manner as we utter. So slowly or loudly we can utter in whichever manner we need to that context. So by touching different parts of the mouth, the air comes out as different letters. So that is how the letters are coming out of our body, our mind, our mouth, and we are able to utter the letters and pronounce them. Now let us know which what sort of letters we speak from which part of our mouth. Mukha yantra we said. So the air touching which part, it comes as kantyas, dantyas, talavyas, like that. Ostya, then that also are, they are all given in the sutra form so that we can remember easily. All of you, if you learn by heart these sutras, you can remember forever. And while preparing this chandas also, while learning chandas, yati prasas are there, so that you can know which letter can be united as the yati for the, that is for following that particular prosody. So akuha visarjaniyaha kantyaka ichu yashanam talu rutu rashanam murthaka rutu lasanam dantyaha, like that sutras are there. Akuha visarjaniyaha kantyaka. A means a, short and long vowels. Then ku means kavarga letters. Kaka, gaka, nga, 5 letters. There are 5 vargas. Ka, cha, ta, ta, pa, we say. Kavarga, chavarga, tavarga, tavarga, pavarga, like that. All 25 letters are called as varga aksharas, varga aksharas. Then yaralava, sesha, saha. Yaralava are called as antastas, then sesha, saha are called as ushmas because the air comes out while uttering the letters. Then mahapranas. Ha is called as mahaprana, greater among all mahaprana letters. Then soft consonants and hard consonants are there. Mrudu varnas and kathina varnas. So all these would be taught in due course of time to you while teaching the Vyakarana by Master Garu. So akuha visarjaniyaha kantyaka. The letters a, then kavarga, kaka, nga, then ha, hakara, then visarjaniya means visarga. They come from kantha. Visarga, visarjaniya, we say visarga is very important in Sanskrit language. Though we use visarga in Telugu, that is different. In Samskrita Bhasha, halantas and visargas got very important role to play while learning Bhasha and speaking. So they are called as kantyas, kantyamulu as we say. Then that is akara, a, both come. If we want to say only a, we say at. At means only short a. At means a, only long a. If we say akara, a, both are to be counted. Then akara, kavarga, ha letter, visarga, these are kantyas. Then ichu yashanam talu, talavyaha, ichu yashanam talavyaha. So e, both the letters. Chu means chavarga. Cha, cha, ja, cha, nya. 5 letters. Then ya, yakara, yajnamu we say. So ya. Then yashaha, shakara also. Shakuntala, sha we say. Then these are called as talavyaha. So e. Then chavarga letters, ya and cha. These are called as talavya because they touch talu, the upper part of dantas, we can say. They are called as talu and antamanam. So with davadalu, as we say, hanu, we say in Telugu, in Sanskritam. So when the letter sound comes touching that, then they are called as talavyaha. Then Rutu Rashanam Murthaha. Rutu Rashaha Murthanyaha. Ru means Aru, Rushi, Runamu, Pitrunamu, we say that Ru, short and long both. Then two means Tavarga letters, Ta, Tha, Da, Tha, Ana. Then Ra letter, then Sha, Murthanya Sha, Shakara. All these letters are Murthanyaha. Murthanyas means the upper part of our mouth from inside. So they touch that part. Anguli also we say it touches and then the air comes out. So Ru, you can notice it. Ra, Sha, Ta, Tha, Da, Tha, Na. They are touching that Murthanya part. So they are Murthanyas. They take the help of that Anguli as we say. Then Rutu Lasanam Dantyaha. Alu, we say in Telugu, alu. Normally in Sanskrit, in Telugu also, many words are not there. Kluptamu, if we want to write the word klupta, then for ka, this alu would be added. So, very less usage is there for this alukara, lukara. But in Vedas, at certain places, this letter is used. So mostly in our normal daily usage, we won't use it. Even then, this ru, alu, as we say, ru, then tu means tavarga, ta, tha, da, tha, na, and la, lalita, lakara, that la letter, then sa, sarala, sa, sita, sarala, as we say, that sakara. These letters are dantyaha. Danta means the teeth. They come out with the help of dantas. So, ru, then tavarga, tatha, dadha, na, then lakara, la, and then sakara, sa. These are the dantyas. So, with the help of dantas, we utter them. Then, vakara, va is there. Va is considered as Amrita Bijakshara. So, vakaro dantyostyaha. Vakara touches the dantas and osta. Osta means lips. So, with the help of danta and osta, va we say, the letter vakara. Upu padmaniyaha ostyaha. U letters. Pu means papa, bapa, ma. Pavarga letters. Then Upadmaniya and Jivkamuliya, two different sounds are there. Mostly they are used in Vedas, Veda mantras. Normally in our classical Sanskrit and Laukika, modern Sanskrit, we won't use them. Mostly they are being dropped. But in Vedas, the swaras are very important. This Upadmaniya and then Jivkamuliya. So this Pu Padmaniya, Upadmaniya, and then Pu means Papa Bapama, and then U letters. All these letters are uttered with the help of lips, Pedavulu as we say. Dandi Dashakumara Charitra, very beautiful literary work. There Dashakumaras, 10 young, that is one prince, minister's son, then some Purohita's son, like that. And then their friends, 10 boys together, they go on expedition, spent for 1 year, and meet at one place again from where they departed. They share their experiences. The greatness of that poet is to be known by us. A boy out of these 10 children, youth children in the sense, one person, his lips get hit by something. So he cannot utter the letters which we utter with the help of these lips. So this u, pakara, papa, bapama, u of course we can use even then. Any wound is there or any damage is there even to the lips. But there he expresses his ideas in a very wonderful manner. That is, the poet has written without using pavarga letters, papa, vapama. He never used those letters, but that person he could express all his feelings. Wonderful, a great talent of the poet. So now A, I are there. Edai tau kantya talavyau. A, I, tau. Tau means tatha dadhana, tavarga. Also we can say. So A, I, these two letters, and then these two Edai tau kantya talavyo. I, these two letters are kantya talavyas. They touch the kantha part, neck part, and then talavya also. Talu part you already knew, isn't it? So that Edai tau means only Ai. These two are kantya talavyo. Then wo au are there. Vodau tau kantya vostyau. Kantha and vosta. Vosta means the lips. So with the help of kantha and vosta, wo au letters come. Then nga, nya, that is nyamagananam we say. Nya, ma, nga, na, nam. The 5 letters of 5 vargas. Nga, ni, as we say. Na, na, ma. The 5 letters of 5 vargas. They are called as anunasikas. Anu means ansarinchi, following. Nasika means the nose. So they are to be uttered, pronounced with the help of nose, nasal. They are called as nasal letters. So swasthana, nyamaganana, ma, nga, ni, na, na, maha. Swasthana, nasika, sthanaha. They are having the place of their own natural place, that is nasika. So anunasikas, with the help of nose, we utter these letters. So all the 5 letters of 5 vargas, kacheta tapa vargas, they are called as anunasikas. Then yara, lava, they are antastas, antaha, inside. From inside they come. So antaha, antastaha. Then sa, sha, sa, ha. They are ushmas. So swara vyanjana samyogat aksharam bhavati. The letter is formed by the union with the consonants and swaras. So these are the letters, how all these letters are formed and how they have come. Now all the words are there in Samskrita Bhasha. So many words are there. For 10 minutes, I'll explain and then give you 15 minutes time for question answer session. So suppose we think all the words of Samskrita Bhasha, they are all kept at a place. Then suppose we can keep a circle so that it indicates the totality, Purnatva. So when all the letters are kept at a place, more than half are Namavachakas. You would be knowing in detail. It takes at least minimum 2-3 hours time to explain all these in detail. First for 5 minutes, just I am telling. So they are called as Namavachakas. Namavachaka means, you know, the name of person, place or thing which you have studied while you were children. So these Namavachakas will certainly have Linga, Vachana and Vipatti. So you know what is Linga, Vachana and Vipatti, but the speciality of Sanskrit language is there, Pumlinga, Strilinga, Napumsaka lingas are there, but they need not be Pumvachakas need not be Pumlinga, they can be of any linga. Strivachakas also need not be only Strilinga, it can be. Similarly, Napumsakalinga, normally in our Telugu, English and all, those who do not have life, they all are considered as Napumsakalinga, but in our Sanskrit, it's not like that. so that you would be knowing in due course of time while learning. When you learn start learning lessons, slowly you can know due to abhyasa. Then vachana, ekavachana, dvivachana, bakvachana. Mostly in except Sanskrit, in all other languages, more than one is, even two is considered as plural, bakuvachana. But in Sanskritam, ekavachana, dvivachana, and bakuvachana is there. That is why vagartha viva sampruktau, vagartha pratipataye jagataha pitarau, vamde parvati parameswara, dvivachana rupas are used there. Then vibhakti prachayas are there. It takes a long time to explain. So sambodhana prathama vibhakti is there, and then starting from prathama to saptami. Prathama vibhakti, dvitiya, tritiya, chaturthi, panchami, shashti, saptami vibhakti. After prathama vibhakti, we have to write sambodhana prathama vibhakti till saptami. Thus 8. That is why 8 plus 3, ekavachana, dvivachana, bakuvachana, 24 prachayas would be there, which are to be added to each and every pratipadika and get the declension of all the noun forms. Then the more than half are namavachakas. Then these namavachakas are vishesha shabdas. Then visheshanas are there. Then sarvanama shabdas are there. Then sankhya vachaka shabdas also are there. Then keeping these nouns aside, then less than half portion. Out of the less than half, more than 3/4 place occupied the roots, the verbs, verbal forms, verbs are there. Most approximately 2220 roots are there in Samskrita Bhasha. Then remaining small portion, nipatas are there. Then avyayas are there. Then upasargas are there. So nipata, the word is coined from the root pata, to fall. Ni means down. Nipata, that which falls down. So nipatas are used for the sake of filling the chandas, the prosody of the poem. Suppose while writing any poetry, the poet wrote a line, what all idea he wanted to convey is being conveyed, but suppose one letter is missing. Then to fill up the chandas, these nipatas are kept there. Even nipatas got meaning, but at that place, they do not have any special significant meaning. A particular meaning would not be there while explaining the meaning of that sentence. So they are called as nipatas. Then avyayas, linga vachana vibhakti, shunyani avyayani, we say. Avyaya means that which do not have gender, number and case. So what is gender, what is number, what is case, you have already studied. And that is you came to know. So those gender, number and case, suppose the words which do not have gender, number and case, they all are called as avyaya, avyayas. Sadrusham trishu lingeshu, sarveshu cha vibhaktishu, vachaneshu cha sarveshu, yan navyeti tad avyayam, we say. That is called as avyaya, which is equal in all 3 genders, in all vibhaktis, in all vachanas. So that is called, that is change is not there in them. So they are called as avyayas, yatha, tatha, like that. Most of the avyayas you will be coming to know. Already you know, because you have studied the languages at school, college level and all. And then upasargas, 22 upasargas are there. Then pra, para, apa, sam, anu, ava, nis, nir, dus, dur, vi, ang, ni, athi, abhi, api, ati, su, vut, priti, pari, upa. These are the 22 upasargas. Each upasarga got its meaning. And these upasargas can be called as nipatas. When these upasargas are added to the roots, then they can become avyayas also. These upasargas, when they are upasargena dhatvartho, Baladanyah pratiyate. Baladanyatra niyate. Prahara, ahara, samhara, vihara, pariharavat or vihara niharavat, like that. So upasargena dhatu arthaha. When we add a upasarga to a root, the meaning of the root changes. By force, the meaning would be changing and appears differently. The original meaning, the root will be having some meaning. Jaya means to conquer. Suppose we add V upasarga, Vijaya is, it enhanced the meaning. Vijaya, great victory. Suppose para upasarga is added, then parajaya means exactly opposite, defeating. So thus all these upasargas got variegated meanings, and these 2,200 roots can become 2 lakhs of words when these upasargas are added to the roots differently. Sometimes 1 upasarga, sometimes 2, sometimes even 4 upasargas can be added to the roots. So thus, by adding the upasarga, upasargena, by adding the upasarga to the root, dhatu arthaha, dhatu arthaha, the meaning of the root, balat anyaha pratiyate, appears differently. The meaning changes. In the first line sentence, the definition is given. Then the second line gives the example. How the example is given? Prahara, ahara, samhara, vihara, pariharavat or nikaravat. Vat means like, just as the root hru hara. Harta kugadu gocharam, we say hru hara means to lead, take away. Harta means the robber, because he robs and takes away certain things. So when pra is added to the root hru hara, then prahara. Prahara is beating. So danda praharas we say. If a is added, a, actually the upasarga got the meaning. A means a samantat we say. Ang is the upasarga, nga is its sangha, only a remains. So a means paripurna, complete. A brahmakita janani we say. So starting from parabrahma to the most smallest insect, all everything. So a means purnatva, totality. So this ang when added, ahara, it has become ahara means food. Sam is another upasarga. Sam means samyak, good, properly, nice. Sam also means sustu, done properly. So this samyak meaning, sam upasarga, when added to hru hara, samhara, the word samhara has come. Samhara means normally we say it is killing, but samhara is samyak aharanam. Veni samhara is there. That is a very best nataka, beautiful nataka. When taking the incident of that Bharata, Kuru, that is that Juta Kriya Sabha Parva, it is there. So taking that incident, when Dushasana brought Draupadi Mata catching the hair, when she has put it as a knot, because she should not get in the form of the jata, as we say, she has kept the knot. And he brought, by picking up that knot of the hair of that lady, Draupadi Mata, Ayonija. So Bhima takes a vow, all of you know that. He says, I will kill this Dushasana, and with the hands which are wet with the blood of Dushasana, I will make the disturbed hair, the scattered hair of Draupadi, I will bring that near, close, and put that knot. So he said he will make jata. So that is why only Draupadi throughout to make, because Bhima has made that pratigna. Whenever any person does any vow, any pratigna, it is the dharma that it should be followed. It has to be kept up. So for the sake of that, Draupadi Mata let her hair loose for those 13 years. And then after Kurukshetra war, even before that and after that, she never kept the hair loose for even a minute. Normally, we should make the knot, jata of the hair. We should never let loose our hair according to our Sampradaya, Sanatana Dharma. So, because that hair, scattered hair is brought together. Veni means kurulu, the hair. Samhara, samyak akaranam. This is another meaning of samhara. Veni samhara. So, vihara, when V upasarga is added, V means visesha, V means vigata, vinayaka vise, viseshanayaka vinayaka. V also means vigata, which is not there. So this V when added to hru, then vihara, going to pleasure walk, like that. So pari is another upasarga. Parihara, we say pariharamu, prayaschitta parihara. We say paschat tapa, like that. So parihara also means to avoid something. Or nihara, nihara means ice, manchu as we say, snow. So thus by adding different upasargas to the roots, the meaning of the roots also change, and thus all these words, the roots, they become multifold and manifold by adding upasargas. So nipatas, avyayas, upasargas, dhatus, and namavachakas. Namavachakas are to be learned very deeply, elaborately. Then verbs also, they have to be studied in a very lengthy manner. Then only you can understand completely. Okay, only 10 minutes time, I think. So, Swasti for today.
ధన్యవాదములండి.
Dhanyawad.
Let us go for a question answer session. Anything in the chat box?
Yeah, there is only one question in the chat box. How is pratyahara used?
How is pratyahara used means, suppose akasavarne dirkhaha, we say, iko yanachi, vruthiradaich, echo yava yavaha, etc. These are all the sutras for sandhi. So this iko yanachi, ikaha, then are akasavarne dirkhaha, akaha savarne pare dirkhaha syat. Akaha means starting from the letter A, the first letter, I, un, rul, ruk, like that the sutras are there. Akaha means starting from A to Ka. The letters coming in between, Ak, Akkulu as we say. I, un, rul, ruk, K has come. Two sutras are taken. The letters are A, U, Ru, Ru. These 5 letters, akaha, these 5 letters, savarne pare, when if these letters are coming as the last letter of first word, then the first letter of last word, suppose it is the same letter, then dirkhaha syat, the lengthened form of the same letter would come there. So there we are using the pratyahara. Pratyahara ak is used. Akaha, ak is the pratyahara. Then iko yanachi, ikaha, halanta with, halanta is only k, k, g, k, ng, like that, without adding akara. Ya, cha, ja, like that. Halvarnas. In Hindi, we say aam, mango fruit. Suppose they write ama, actually they never keep any halanta. Ama, they write and utter as am, mango fruit. But suppose we write a, then ma without halanta, we must utter ama, but not am. If we keep a sort of vertical line to the letter ma, vertical line, then only we have to utter as m, am. Am means okay, yes, in our Samskrita Bhasha. Suppose somebody said something, then am means okay. So that is the difference. Hal Varnas are to called as Halantas.
There is one more question. What is Anda, Pinda, Samvayan?
Saman,
Samayanam.
there is no necessity for people to learn it. It comes in Vedanta and it comes in our daily life, in our knowing the knowledge of the universe, knowledge of Prakriti, knowledge of ourselves. Pindanda, our body is called as Pindanda. Brahmanda means the whole universe. There are several Brahmandas, not only one or two. This whole Brahmanda, so many Palapuntas are there. Universes. World is different, universe is different. World means only a Stavara Jangamatmaka is movable and immovable objects, articles, living creatures with whatever is visible to our eyes, the sky, stars, etc. But Brahmanda means that which is not visible to us is also there. So such Brahmanda, so many Brahmandas are there, which are the creation of Paramatma. Brahmanda also we can take at several levels. Hiranyagarbha Brahma, then Ishvara, then Paramatma, Nirguna Niranjana Brahma, like that levels are there to get understanding and knowledge. So every time, whenever we are doing sadhana, we must get ourselves united with the power of cosmic energy, we say, with the power which is there in the nature. So there are Panchabhutas in our body. They are to be connected with the Panchabhutas of the nature. That is Pindanda Brahmanda Samanvaya. Our Jivatma is there in us. Jiva is the I feeling. We say I. With a particular name, Nama Rupas, we say identity, the son or daughter of particular person, husband, wife, teacher, like that identities. Lakhs of identities are there for us. This I-ness is there. I-ness is only one. So this I, Jivatma, is to be, this is in Pindanda. This is to be united and connected with Brahmanda. That is Visvatma. This Atma, Jivatma, is to be connected with Paramatma. So this is Pindanda Samanvaya.
Okay. The questions on the chat box are over. I think Dheeraj Reddy.
Yes.
Namaskaram, ma'am. Ma'am, at starting you said about Chandas, ma'am. Can you repeat it? Vedas have Chandas or they do not have Chandas, ma'am?
Vedas, not Chandas, of course. Chandas is there. Vedic Chandas are there. Actually, the Vedic Chandas, they are called as the 7 horses of the sun also. The names. Bruhati, Jagati, Ushnik, Trishtup, Panushtup, like that, they are all Chandas. Chandas is there, and to that Chandas, Swaras also are there in Vedas, Veda mantras, Udatta, Anudatta, Swarita. If the Swaras are uttered with, that is with mistake, then the wrong meaning comes. Indra Shatrur Vardhasva. This is the example given normally. While at the king of Rakshasas, they are always getting defeated by Devendra and Devatas. All the demons are being defeated. So once the Sukracharya, the Kulaguru of Rakshasas and the demons, the king of demons, they wanted to produce such a great person who should be able to destroy and kill Indra, Devendra. So they performed a very big yaga with powerful mantras. Normally, if they do any yaga following the Veda mantras with a purpose, sincerely, without mistakes, the fruit certainly comes out. So suppose really a demon with so much power comes out of that Yajna Kunda who would be killing Devendra, that is very bad. That is opposite to the rules, Rutam of the nature and Paramatma. So Devendra and Devatas are to be safeguarded, protected because they are Suttha Satvika, they are the deities. They are taking care of maintaining all Tribhuvanas, Bhuloka, Patala and Svargaloka. So Devendra is to be safeguarded. Then all the Devatas prayed, Vishnumurti, Brahmadeva and all together. They made a sort of plan that Saraswati Mata, Saraswati goddess is the mother of education and swaras, uttering. When we pray her, then only we'll be able to read, learn, speak properly. So she made this Shukracharya utter the mantra in the place of Udatta. Anudatta, suppose, is Adi Udatta has become Antya Udatta, I think. So the Swara Veda has come. He said, Indra Shatrur Vardhasva. That is, the enemy of Indra should grow and should come out. But because of the change in the Swara, the one who would be killed in the hands of Indra, Indraha Shatruhu Yasya Saha. So their Karmatharya Samasa they take, and also they take the Bahurihi Samasa meaning. So a person, a very great, valorous, powerful demon has come out of that Yajna Kunda, who would be killed by Devendra. He is Vritrasura, and even Vritrasura, though he is born by the desire of these Rakshasas as the demon, he is very noble, great person and a devotee of Vishnumurti also. He is a Dharmika. He fought with Devendra, and Devendra could kill this Vritrasura. And Vritrasura died in the hands of Devendra just by the difference in uttering, pronouncing the swara of Veda mantra. So Chandas is different and swara is different. Chandas, Veda, Vaidika Chandas is there, and then normal Laukika Sahitya poems also got Chandas. Even Ramayana Bharata, they got Chandas. Each and every poem gets Chandas, mostly in Anushtup Chandas. Panchatantra, Hitopadesha, all these also, there are so many poems which got Chandas. Padya we can say and Shloka we can say.
Okay, I think now we'll take the questions after the Prarthana. It's 8 o'clock.
Okay. Now, Venkat Narayan garu, please chant Prarthana.
स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्तां न्यायेन मार्गेण महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथिवी सस्यशालिनी देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितो ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः अपुत्रा पुत्रिणः सन्तु पौत्रिणः अधना सदनाः सन्तु जीवन्तु शरदां शतम् सत्यं वद धर्मं चर स्वाध्यायन्मा प्रमदः सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः सर्वे जनाः सुखिनो भवन्तु स्वस्ति.
ధన్యవాదములండి వెంకట నారాయణ గారు. Thank you so much. Now, let's go for Janaganamana. All of you please stand up and sing Janaganamana along with Challa Chittibabu garu.
जनगणमन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंधु गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष मांगे, गाहे तब जय गाथा। जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे। जय हिंद,
जय हिंद।
जय हिंद।
ధన్యవాదములండి తెల్ల చిట్టిబాబు గారు.